All right, let's set still now as greater commitment by Nigeria and South Africa toward collaboration and cooperation. President Bola Tinubu believes African continent will become more promising. He said this at the Nigeria-South Africa Business Roundtable in Cape Town. State House correspondent Musbal Danwahab reports that President Cyril Ramaphosa also attended the event.
One more stop on its working visit to South Africa. It's equally a crucial part as the Chief Marketing Officer of Nigeria, in company of his chief host, took his drive to South Africa at a forum created by the business community of the two countries. Nigeria is the biggest trading partner of South Africa in the western part of the continent. But this president is here with new assurances.
I'm here to tell you one thing about Nigeria, and one thing only, that we are going through a very stringent, positive reform to reform the economy to serve the people.
With the foundation laid through the economic reforms, President Tinubu is equally assuring that Nigeria remains a huge market for investors.
I am sure you have no better investment destination than Nigeria. You cannot earn a better return on your investment elsewhere except in Nigeria. In terms of stability, security, and rule of law, we are there with you. We assure you that we are open for business.
President Cyril Ramaphosa acknowledges the strategic importance of both nations in their respective regions and the need to diversify trade relations to move beyond oil and gas dependency.
We agreed on the coming into operation of the Joint Ministerial Advisory Council on Industry, Trade and Investment. This will support a conducive environment for improved trade and investment. And in many ways, it will serve as what I would call a clearinghouse to ensure that whatever challenges there may well be in fostering investment and trade between the two countries can be cleared up. As governments, we have committed in our binational commission to create an enabling environment for doing business in our respective countries. That was the running theme during the course of our binational commission.
There are more than 20 agreements generated through the binational commission of the two countries, and they expect the early warning agreement bill to be signed not later than March 2025 to indicate more assurance for their trade relations. From Cape Town, Musbal Danwahab, NT News.
And away from South Africa now, as part of efforts to grow Nigeria's economy into $1 trillion by the year 2030, the federal government is taking another step in the realization of the national target. The State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports that Vice President Kashim Shettima, represented at a Development Partners Roundtable on economic and financial inclusion in Nigeria, called for urgent action to address the nation's economic growth.
Our deliberations on the state of the economy and financial inclusion in the nation were elevated to the National Economic Council, NEC, in April of this year. As a result, this committee will report to NEC on a quarterly basis to ensure that integrated framework we have established not only implements the ASO Accord effectively, but also achieves its ambitious goals.
We encourage development partners to create strategic partnerships for progress, establish a clearly defined action plan, and commit financial and technical resources to driving the agenda of the ASO Accord for sustainable economic empowerment of every Nigerian.
Is empowering vulnerable populations in Nigeria. By addressing the unique challenges faced by women, youth, and rural communities, we aim to unlock their full economic potentials.
Development partners and other stakeholders said actualizing the ASUA Accord initiatives and technologies will also help in focusing on digital financial products and services towards overcoming implementation barriers and fostering impactful solutions.